Womp womp. We are 2-2, likely not eligible for top 8, but we're going to try to win out, see what happens. This is round 5, and we are facing Monkey Island, who apparently plays a lot of Eldrazi, so we're going to see if we can squeak out a win against a tough matchup here. This hand is fantastic, so we're going to keep this. You have a little bit of everything, which is pretty good. So we have a turn 1 discard spell, and on top of that, we have LED plus Infernal Tutor. Ideally, in this matchup, you'd have a turn 1 win, but a hand like this is pretty close. So according to Goldfish, our opponent does not have any copies of Wasteland in their deck, so I'm just not going to play around it. Oh, they're on Cloudpost. It said Eldrazi. Alright, so we're going to take Crop Rotation here. On our turn, if we draw anything that is +1 mana that isn't a land, we will be able to cast Ad Nauseam. I apologize if you can hear the snowblower in the background. I don't really have a way of canceling out that noise. And that'll do, Peg. That will do. So we've taken game 1 from Cloudpost. So what we want to look for in the post-board games are Sphere Effects and then Warping Whale. I've been hit by Warping Whale from them before, and I've seen a couple Sphere Effects, so you can't completely board out your discard. So we're going to board out the Ponders for the Echoing Truths. They have 4 copies of Warping Whale, 4 Sphere Resistance, 2 Ratchet Bombs, and 3 Circle Extractions. This hand is not really what we want in this matchup. So we're probably going to mulligan this. Much better. Alright, so we want to get a Badlands here, so that way we could pulverize if we need to. It's likely not going to be the case, though. So what our opponent should do now is play Candelabra, because they could use the green to untap it, and then Cloudpost taps for 2, so they can still hold open Warping Whale. And Nausea. Alright, so they're at a point where they can make a lot of mana. Weird flex. All right. Probably going to strip the Burning Wish here. So now they can use Candle with their lands to Ivugan up a large Eldrazi. Emrakul of the Promised End. Okay. So we're going to get 2 turns in a row. I'm fetching there because I don't want them to be able to fail the find. I don't know if that's a thing on Moto, but I just don't want it to happen. Brainstorm is not a good draw. Probably not winning this one. Come on. So now we get 2 turns in a row. In order to win this, we realistically would have had to draw like Dark Ritual into Ad Nauseam. Oh, I thought we got 2 turns in a row. Okay, we're just dead. Next game. Alright, so on the play we want the Ponders. And we'll board out 4 discard. And because of the Surgicals, and I didn't realize this, but they have a Tabernacle, so I'm just going to board in the Tendrils to hedge around playing against that, like crop rotation in a tab. Probably want that. We're just gonna do this. Screw it. If we get surgical, we get surgical. This hand is very good. So this hand is almost perfect other than not being a turn 1 because it has a bounce ball, tutor, double LED, and a brainstorm. We're just going to main phase the brainstorm, see if we can manage to pull it off. Alright, so we're going to go for it. As far as I know, they have no way of disrupting us other than surgical. So Warping Wheel costs 2, and they don't play anything like Simian Spirit Guide. So, here it goes. No 4s in our deck. So we should be able to go pretty low. You've just revealed all zeros for like 10 cards in a row. Alright, casual 30 card ad nauseum. Trying to think of ways we could possibly lose this. And I think we could lose, I mean, it's a corner case, but it's possible for us to lose if our opponent, like, Mind Break traps our tendrils. I mean, they would have Mind Break trapped the ad nauseum, so I guess that doesn't make any sense. But, and then we're, like, forced to empty, and then they have Tabernacle. So there's just, like, no reason to not try to find another Burning Wish, so that way you can Thoughtseize. It's literally just a free play. So here we will Infernal Tutor for the Burning Wish. And then cast Burning Wish. We'll get Duress with this one. No green source for the crop rotation. They could add a turn 1 sphere. And then from there we will cast Zib Burning Wish for Tendrils. Alright, so that will make us 3-2. Pretty average. Nothing to brag about, but if we win a couple in a row, we can likely top 16, and that's perfectly fine. Alright, well, this has been round 5.